Health has always been our priority, but with the past few months, it makes us understand that it is very vulnerable as well. We need to take care of it and understand things from the expert and not from a search engine. Maintaining a healthy weight is important for overall health and can help you prevent and control many diseases and conditions as it helps you lower your risk for developing these problems, help you feel good about yourself, and gives you more energy to enjoy life. So Medicircle brings as a dedicated healthcare portal, we have begun a healthy weight awareness series wherein we are interviewing the experts in the field of health and wellness to give out correct and relevant information to all our viewers and readers. Hello, I'm Smita Kumar, and today the guest for the show is Kavita Bhatia. Kavita is an experienced nutritionist and a clinical dietitian in St. Elizabeth Hospital in Mumbai. She is also a program manager at People Health Services Private Limited, which is an Aditya Birla group. Hi, Kavita. Welcome to MediCircle.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Smita. Thank you for the wonderful intro. Yeah, I'm very happy that y'all are conducting this awareness series for for good health, and I'm glad I'm able to be a part of it. So yeah, thank you so much, Smita.
You're most welcome, and I think we are privileged to have healthcare experts like you to answer our queries because a lot of people want to know a lot of things. Questions are there in their mind, and generally, they after surfing a lot, they still don't get the answers. It is always best to approach the a relevant person or the person who has knowledge about it rather than googling. So here's my first question to you, Kavita. Like people have this notion that loss of weight seen on the weighing scale means it's good. What are your thoughts on the same, since there is something called as healthy fat and unhealthy thin?
Okay, thank you so much, Smita. Well, weighing scale is a very important tool, but I would not say it is the only thing which is important when it comes to weight management. Initially, whenever a person steps in the clinic or whenever we are assessing a patient, we definitely look into the parameters like the height of the patient, the weight of the patient, because that helps us understand where is the patient. Because there are a lot of categories, like person being underweight, person being normal in the normal weight. Some of them are obese, some are overweight. So depending upon where they stand, we need to understand weight plays a very important role, but it is not the only criteria which is will tell you how healthy a person is. So whenever a person comes in, usually you have these health goals going on. Okay, for this year my resolution is I want to achieve a good health and things like that. So yeah, so then people get very obsessed about the whole thing, and you start stepping on the weighing scale every day or every weekend. So basically, you have to give that time. You have nurtured your body. It has taken around 10, 12, 14, 15, 30 years to come where you are. And then suddenly, one fine day, you are deciding you want to have a healthy weight and go back to where you were, a healthy lifestyle. So you have to give that time. And gauging every day by stepping on the weighing scale will not give you results. Give it some time. Take one small step at a time. That will help you give good results. Being healthy does not mean lean is good and being overweight, or if you're looking chubby, that means you are unhealthy. Maybe a person is lean, but the lifestyle is, they don't live a good lifestyle. The food habits are erratic. Their sleeping pattern is not good. They have disturbed sleep and things like that. Right. And on the other hand, of somebody who's looking chubby or healthy or maybe overweight might have maybe having a good food choices, works out, or no drinking, smoking, or anything like that. So that is maybe a healthier person than a leaner person. So I would say it does not mean if you are thin, that means you are healthy, or you are overweight, or you are chubby, that means you are unhealthy kind of a thing. So when it comes to weighing scale, it is not the only parameter. We even look at the waist circumference, the hip circumference. We say height to waist to hip ratio. And that is also very important. It is not just that, because that will give us, like, if you are at a risk of any particular diseases, like maybe cardiac or diabetes or any, maybe many more to add up to. So that is important. So weighing, height, weight, your waist to hip ratio, these are important. Along with that, even if you are having a healthier lifestyle, choosing good amount of food, like the right kind of food, and having healthy food practices, it will not even just lead to weight loss, but it is even the fat loss, inch loss. All these things you cannot see on the weighing scale. Okay, so that is very important, that it is not just, don't gauge only by the number which is on the scale. Even look at the overall. If you're feeling good, you're feeling happy, you're feeling lighter, even your comorbidities, like your blood pressure or diabetes, all these things are also coming, are in control. That is also a sign that you're moving towards a healthier you.
Shakti. So, Kavita, there are so many ways in which, having them, the person can lose weight. So, but as being a dedicated healthcare professional, as a nutritionist, what do you suggest? What is the best way to lose weight is?
I would say the best way to lose weight is to keep it simple. Go for something which is, like, keep it simple. Go for something which is more local. Don't go for, like, very fancy things around. When you keep it simple, you understand what you're consuming. One fine day you suddenly bring into some fancy foods. After a few days you will be off it. So
Yes.
keep it simple. Go to the basic traditional Indian food that we have. When you look at our plate, it is, like, so balanced. We'll have some amount of rice, some chapati. You'll have pulses, you'll have dal, vegetable, salad, curd. It's like, a complete meal. So I say traditional Indian diet is the best diet, even when you want to lose weight as well. Keep it simple. Go for something which you understand, and something which you can sustain it for a longer period of time, rather than doing something which is short term. Like, I'm going to lose only weight for, like, by this day I want to lose X amount and I'm done. And then when you're done with that, you again go back to where you were. So keep the food that you've been eating right since childhood, that we've been born and brought up with. Even if you're having your upma, poha, no need to give up on all these things. What is important is portion control. Whatever you're consuming, ensure you're portioning it right. You don't. So sometimes patients be like, what kind of fruits can I eat when I'm going to lose weight, right? केला तो नहीं खा सकते, चीकू तो नहीं खा सकते, आम तो नहीं खा सकते. So it's like, all these things come in picture. Like, oh, we cannot have aloo. So it is not like that. Anything that you consume, if it is in moderation, it is permitted.
Okay.
It's not like, so if you're having aloo or you are having bananas or anything, it is not. Like, उसमें cholesterol होता है. It is not that. Vegetarian sources or vegetable sources, they don't have cholesterol in it. So it is important to have portion control in whatever you're having. So papaya can we eat? Yes, you can have papaya, or you can have any seasonal fruit. But whatever, it does not mean you gulp the entire plate of papaya, or you have, like, in anything in abundance. When you do overboard on anything, it's not good. So anything that you're doing, keep a portion control. Ensure you're well hydrated. That is very, very important. We tend to ignore that fact, but it is very important that you hydrate yourself. And how will I know if I'm well hydrated? The best way to gauge is the color of the urine. If you're well hydrated, the color of the urine will be colorless. It will be same as the color of the water. So if your color of the urine is very dark, that means you need to ensure you have a little more water than what you are actually having. मैं 2 लीटर पीता हूँ, 3 लीटर पीता हूँ. That's just check how is the color of it. Some, depending upon even the medical conditions, there will be restrictions in certain health conditions, wherein you will have to restrict the fluid, whether it may be cardiac or renal issues or anything else. You may have to restrict it, but you need to consult an expert for that. And accordingly, whatever the allowance for the day is, accordingly you measure and take. So that is very important. Half of your plate, ensure, like, the thali that you have, half of your plate, fill it up with fruits, sorry, salads, veggies, more of roughage. One quarter, you can keep it with pulses.
Ah, yes.
Another quarter, keep it for cereals. And then the proteins. We lack a lot of protein, especially if it is vegetarians. We don't even come close to zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.6 grams of the body weight that you need proteins. People are deficient in that. So how do you make up for that? Usually we need around zero point 0.8 to 1 gram. So how do you make up for that? So just add up, like, protein in each meal. For example, if you're taking morning breakfast, add a little bit of, like, milk preparation, like porridge if you're taking. You
Yes.
take oats, you take milk, you add nuts to it. Along with your fruits for your mid-morning, you can add some nuts. With your lunch, either chicken, fish, eggs, dal, pulses, this rajma, chana, chole, and all these things. In the evening, you can have some sprouts. So ensure in each meal there is some source of protein rather than doing just roti sabzi kind of a thing. Try to balance it out. That will help you. So keep your food simple. Keep what you've been eating, and keep it in moderation. And ensure you're well hydrated. I think if you do that, bring small changes rather than doing a resolution for the year. You do the changes for the week. That will help you achieve goals for a longer term rather than doing it for a short term.
So, Kavita, as we just discussed about the different ways, you have given some great piece of advice about water intake, about how much protein the person should be having, whether being vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Moving towards the health and fitness industry, like you are contribute to the health and wellness industry in India. There are so many healthcare professionals who are working towards it and working towards the benefit to offer more and more benefits to the people. But in your view, what are the challenges that are today faced by the health and wellness industry here in India?
Thank you so much. I think it is a most relevant topic now because because of the pandemic, people are getting more and more aware, and people are getting more health conscious. Wellness and health is become like, the talk of the town. Everybody wants to ensure, if nothing, and immunity is one thing that everybody wants to, like,
Yes.
build up on.
Yes.
So yeah, it is very important that people are getting very conscious about, like, and thinking about what they want to do. How can they build up on their immunity? Thanks to the technology, it has its own pros and cons. We have a lot of information available online, but some of them will be inappropriate, or some of them will be, like, partly correct. You don't have like the 100% of what is required, or maybe what is right for you, right? People are going back to the Radima ke nuske or haldi wala doodh, ginger, and, like, a lot of things. What is very important is, every individual is different and the needs are different. Now the concerns that we have is presence of quacks. When I say quacks, as in it is the people who are, like, they do short-term courses or certificate courses or something like that. They might know, they might have a knowledge about it, but is it the science behind it? What is the science? Is it the need of the patient? Ye khao, ye mat khao. Even a WhatsApp message or even Google will tell you. When I say I want to lose weight, even a web search will give you hundreds of ways to lose. So, and even people doing short term things, if I have a knowledge of it, okay, I will share it with you. But that's not how it goes. There is a lot of science behind it. Ensure you go to a qualified person. Look at the qualification. Like, we have a membership. We belong to a fraternity, Indian Diabetic Association. Get your qualifications. Check the qualification of the person, so that when you have a concern, you go to the right person, to the right resource, so that you have the entire knowledge, the first-hand information, rather than, because every individual will be different, and like a person, if I say diabetes, a person will have diabetes, or when you Google it, you will get 100 ways to treat diabetes, but a person might have a renal issue, cardiac issue, or many more concerns, thyroid, PCOS. A qualified person will take care of all the things together and do a customized meal plan for you, rather than doing just a basic thing. And there is nothing like what works for me will work for you, as every individual is different, just like our hand. Every individual is different. Every individual's needs are different. So it cannot be a thumb rule that this will work for all. So please, I request that everybody should opt for a personalized, or go to a person who is, like, authorized personnel, rather than just going for the quacks or something who lacks the qualification for doing it.
Definitely. So, Kavita, to just sum it up, as we are celebrating the Weight Loss Awareness Month, would you like to share some thoughts, tips, advices with our viewers?
Well, I just said keep it simple, keep it local, uh, keep something which is on a long term. Do changes on a weekly basis rather than doing for the year or something like that. Do take small steps at a time. It's very easy for a person to indulge in unhealthy food practices because it is very easy and is like hassle free to opt for something a junk or any ready to eat food packets. It's very convenient for in, but the practice of choosing healthier food options will not even give you good health, not just for now, but for long term. Go for something local, ensure you have balanced meal, and you keep yourself hydrated.
So thank you so much, Kavita, for sharing your views here at Medicircle with us. And I definitely hope that our viewers would find it really vital to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And as Kavita mentioned, see, there were two, three very important things which she mentioned. Always go to a qualified healthcare expert, a dietitian or a nutritionist. Please check the qualifications and the way the person is explaining. The most important thing she mentioned that every finger is different. Similarly, every individual is different, their needs are different. So a meal plan which might be working for your friend may not work for you. So you need to go to a healthcare specialist and get your customized meal plan rather than copying any other meal plans which may not affect, and this may demotivate you. And that is really really bad, because see, once we get, again, healthcare is like you need to be motivated, and it is actually difficult to be motivated every day. What do you say? I mean, Kavita, we generally get demotivated very easily.
True, true. That is why, just to keep you more. So basically, nutritionist will be your companion to ensure you stick to the path rather than and avoiding any other indulgence.
And the best thing, what she mentioned is go local. And it is just that the fancy foods can only be giving you the best of health. It is the local fruits and the local vegetables that you may get in that particular season. And through that only you can definitely lose weight. It is not that you may need be maybe needing something from America or somewhere else, and only those imported foods and vegetables can help you lose weight. So
True, true, right, true, Smita. And I'm very glad that we got this opportunity to share and have a word with you.
yeah, sure. So once again, thank you so much for to coming to Medicircle, Kavita, and we definitely wish you all the best for all your patients. Those who are listening to this video, please stay tuned, and so that you also get healthy someday. And those who are actually getting this regime and they are sticking to their New Year resolutions, please keep the motivation on, and definitely you will definitely have a healthy weight on that weighing scale soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Smita. It was nice talking to you.
Same here.